Hi, East Moline School District families. We have an updated e learning plan for the 22-23 school year. My name is Sherry Peacock. I'm the Associate Superintendent for the East Moline School District, and I am happy to explain our e learning plan. What is an e learning day? This comes from our e learning plan, and an e learning day is where students are learning from home and connecting with teachers live through their Chromebooks. So, when would we call for an e learning day? Well, a few years ago, we had to use e learning when we were shut down for the pandemic. But on the right side, what you'll see is now we're going to be using e learning days if weather conditions are too severe for anyone to travel. An e learning day will be announced. These were previously called snow days. So we will no longer have snow days. We're going to call them e learning days. So, how would a parent know if there is an e learning day? There are several ways and several notices. First of all, if you've signed up for Class Tag, you'll get a text message. The second place you would find out about an e learning day is through a district phone message. And finally, just like a old snow day, the crawlers on the TV stations, our local TV stations, would let parents know for East Moline it will be an e learning day. So, what are your students doing at home during an e learning day? Well, first of all, they need their Chromebooks, so make sure they're bringing their Chromebooks home each night. But if we had to call an e learning day, middle school starts at 7:55. They'll open their Chromebooks, and at the elementary, the students will open their Chromebooks at 8:30. Early childhood will use Google Meet, and parents will receive an email. So, what will happen is when your students open their Chromebooks, turn them on, teachers will connect with them via the internet. They take attendance, they record it in Skyward just like a normal day. Because we're not taking snow days and because we're not adding these to the end of the school year, attendance must be taken. So, what will students do on an e learning day? Well, you're going to help your child follow the e learning schedule, and we're going to have these lots of places for you. So, for early childhood, that means they're just going to have 30 minutes of live instruction using Google Meets. For the elementary, not only will the teacher send home a schedule for an e learning day, it's going to be found on the district website and we'll send it out. And then finally, middle school, they just follow their normal schedule, but instead of 42-minute classes, they have 30-minute classes instead. And the schedules are going to be contained in this presentation. They are on the website under the parent tab under e-learning. And what we also expect is students stay logged in and participate in every class. So, students on an e learning day will receive live instruction from their classroom teacher, and depending on the schedule, kids will get breaks, just like all of us need time to stretch, time to move around, time to be off screen, time for lunch. All those good things are built into our schedule. Now, the only difference would be is if for some reason a teacher is absent, just like on a normal day, you might not have live instruction. Instead, a teacher will put things in the Google Classroom for your child to do on an e learning day. All right. What are the e learning day schedules for early childhood? It's just in the morning. Our little ones will get on with a parent at 9 a.m. And then for the afternoon session, they'll get on at 1 o'clock p.m. And that early childhood teacher will meet you and your child online, and it's just 30 minutes. So, what is the schedule for students in grades K through 4? Here it is. You just follow it. So if I'm a kindergarten student, I log on at 8:30. My teacher will be there. By saying logging on, all I'm doing is turning on my machine, and the teacher will link into your child's school computer. So make sure you're using the school Chromebook. As a kindergarten student, I'll have phonics first, then we'll transition to math. We'll have a shared story. We'll do some activities, and then we'll do some play. That's all facilitated live by a teacher. And for each grade level, you just follow that progression. But again, the classroom teacher will be right there. It may be a special ed or an EL, English learner teacher on there with your student as well. Everybody at the elementary has lunch at 11:30 to 12, so you all take a break. And then the rest of the afternoon, your students will access their specials such as gym and music and library and science and social studies through their Google Classroom. And teachers will work with students to help them find those. And then from 1 to 1:45, we want students to do something productive. So there will be access to Lexia, which is an online reading program, ST Math. Some students have access to Map Accelerator, and staff will be available to support students during this time. So you can use your class tag to text a teacher. Obviously, if teachers and everyone are at home doing e-learning, you can't call, but we also have some resources for you to access technology support. So, what are the schedules for Glenview students 5 through 8? Here's our fifth grade schedule. And we have kids who have first lunch and second lunch. So, you just follow this. Everybody has homeroom first. And then you can see that the lunch periods are different, but they're going to see each one of their period teachers. So, when they turn on their Chromebook, their school Chromebook is 7:55, they will be seeing their homeroom teacher. Then that teacher at 8:05 will get off, and whatever teacher your child has for period 1, let's say they have math first, that math teacher will log into your child's computer at 8:10, and then they'll just have math from 8:10 to 8:40. And teachers will help the kids remind them what's coming up next, but every child should at the middle school know what's coming up next. It's the same way it is during a regular school day. I go to homeroom, then my first period might be math and social studies. So they just follow their regular schedule. And if you notice at 1:25, again, through that class tag app or through Google Classroom, teachers can help both teachers. Teachers can help both students and parents. All right, here's sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. Again, just shortened periods, but your child follows their regular schedule. So they have the same 9 periods. They'll see all of their teachers live, and everybody can get support if they need it through ClassTag or Google Classroom at 1:25. Also, email to teachers is also effective. What if your child needs help on an e-learning day? If it's technology, not based at home, but maybe something going on with the school Chromebook, you can always email remotehelp@emsd37.org, and you can email or text your child's teacher through ClassTag. This happens on a regular day, so it could happen on an e-learning day. What if my child is sick or cannot attend an e-learning day for whatever reason? First of all, call your child's school and report an absence, just like you normally would. The secretaries might not be there to answer the phone, but there is a recording and you can leave a message, just again, like you normally would, your name, your child's name and grade, and the reason for their absence. And just like a regular school day, because this is just a virtual school day, if they had assignments to do and the rest of the students were doing them while your child was absent, they do have to make up this work. This is considered a regular school day, just online. And finally, what can you do now to prepare at home for an e-learning day? Well, Just make sure you know where that copy of your child's e-learning schedule is. We're going to send them home. If you don't get one at home, you can access it again on the school district website, www.emsd37.org. Go to the Family tab and look under e-learning. And for early childhood, they will have a binder. And make sure if your child goes somewhere on that e-learning day, let's say they go to a babysitter or someone's coming over to care for them while you go to work, or they go to a daycare, make sure you've already shared those schedules with those people. If they're staying at home, just make sure there's a space for your child to work. Make sure they've got their Chromebook open and ready, they've got their charger, they'll need some pencils, maybe some paper. And look at the last one. Even though I said it, it's still important. Every night that Chromebook should be charged, and make sure your child needs to know how to get into Google Classroom to access assignments, and especially at the elementary, their special classes. And finally, the reason why we are having e-learning day is that we want live learning for every child every day. If you have any questions, please email or contact your child's teacher and or principal for any details. But again, all of this will be shared on the district website, and please access the Family tab that says e-learning. Thank you.